With the controversy over the mask mandate being lifted in New Jersey schools, it seems like COVID-19 has just been a whirlwind of uncertainty, including one of the focal points being the controversy over wearing masks. Which we ask the question, how did masks come about? How were they used in the past? Why are they still used today? And why was there a mask mandate in the first place? To look to this answer, we look back to history, to one of the first epidemics in history. During the Black Death in the 14th century, science had not advanced enough for people to know how diseases were transmitted. Doctors thought that inhaling dirty air led people to become infected. Because of this, they created the plague doctor mask and stuffed the inside of it with flowers and other pleasant-smelling things in order to ward off the plague. But by the time the next pandemic came around, it was several hundred years later, and people were a lot smarter. When the Manchurian plague struck China in 1910, the Chinese government enlisted the help of Dr. Wu Liante for a solution. He emerged having invented the first modern surgical mask. This epidemic also established the tradition of people wearing masks. He urged others to wear his mask and social distance, and his protocols and mask designs still remain today. On the other hand, the widespread use of cloth masks began during the influenza pandemic in 1918, which also established the tradition of doctors, nurses, and other medical workers wearing masks. Once again, the tradition of wearing masks was established as this pandemic was now worldwide and was proven to be a remedy against a deadly disease. Many other pandemics have resurfaced the use of masks, such as the SARS epidemic in the 2000s, so the concept of wearing masks is not new. And it hasn't been just pandemics that have utilized masks. Japanese people used them in the 1980s to 1990s when major allergy outbreaks due to cedar pollen appeared. Chinese people are using them in response to the immense amount of air pollution and smog due to large-scale factories throughout the country. Due to those two countries having many instances of mask wearing, it has become a normality and even a good custom to wear masks, as it shows that you're conscious of the welfare of others. But, as with the rest of the influenzas in history, there was always controversy over the usage of masks. Canadians during the 1918 influenza rarely wore masks, if at all, even when they were urged to do so. The Toronto Transit Commission forbade their workers from wearing masks in response to the SARS and later against air pollution. So the controversy over the mask mandate being lifted is an issue carried over from generations past. But even with the mask mandate being lifted, the mask mandate existing in the first place was a reflection of humanity's thinking during similar times of crisis. Will history continue to repeat? We may never know as we fight to move forward during COVID-19.